Welcome back. Well, the markets are still sitting with a cut-off around 60-65 points odd, but a lot of stocks are moving around, and one such stock is Kesoram Industries. Well, that stock is a little bit under pressure. The past quarter's numbers are a little bit subdued. To discuss the quarter gone by, how the industry trends are shaping up, and what about an update on the impending merger with UltraTech Cement? Well, we're joined by Mr. Radhakrishnan, the whole-time director and CEO of Kesoram Industries, who joins us on the show. Hi, Mr. Radhakrishnan. Always good to see you, and thanks a lot for joining in. Well, most of your business is going to be going to UltraTech Cement, but let's understand a couple of aspects. Point number one, by when does this entire, merger with UltraTech take place of your cement asset? I think earlier you were referring to by the middle of this fiscal. Going by the approvals, is that on track?
I would say before December, as things stand today.
Okay, by December, things will come about. Got it. And, the other aspect I wanted to ask you before we get full throttle on the cement businesses, earlier you were saying that the pending business, which is the Rayon business, it could be looking at some infusion. And you were optimistic that by the end of this calendar year, you could come up with the money. I think you were scouting for around 150, 200 crores odd. Have you got the right feelers that you can come up with this money? I asked you this because even in the past quarter, it went into an EBIT negative number.
Right. So we, first, there are two steps to it. One is the existing debt in Rayon, which is about 220 crores, needs to be eliminated. And then fresh infusion of about 45 to 50 crores minimum has to be done, which we are working on. What is critical for this subsidiary to turn positive is scaling up of a transparent paper, which is biodegradable. In India, the transparent paper biodegradable product is yet to catch up as it has caught up in Europe, America, and other parts of Southeast Asia. We are confident it is only a matter of time before it catches up. Meanwhile, our product has to have certain features for us to expand our market globally, catering to this market. Therefore, we are, as you know, it is a public domain too, we are in tie-up with Futomura, the global major in transparent paper.
Okay.
We look at strengthening the relationship and scaling up on the transparent paper. That's where we will move forward.
Okay. So the prospects of the business are very good, Mr. Radhakrishnan. But first, if you raise the money, right, that 220 crores you want to get done away with, and then you want to put in another 40 crores. So then you're looking at a fund infusion of around 250 crores. So let's not run ahead of ourselves, because the prospects of the business are good, but the initial step is to get the capital. Have you got the right feelers? Will you come up with this 250 crores by December 2024?
We are confident of doing that.
All right. And then the business turns around and starts generating an annual EBITDA number of close to around 60 crores.
Correct.
What about the finance cost? Because you said that you are looking to refinance this debt of 220 crores, right? So obviously, with the larger chunk of the debt going away on your books, what is your existing finance cost, and what would be the refinanced or the renegotiated finance cost on this 220 crore debt?
So currently it is 11.5%. And ideally, our endeavor will be to make it debt-free. Only equity infusion should happen.
Okay, so you are looking at full equity raising and not refinancing.
And only working capital debt of 30-40 crores should be there. It should not have debt beyond that.
So if I look at 60 crore EBITDA plus you have around 20-25 crores of finance cost savings coming in, some other income being added, etc. as well. Fair to say that this business would be making profits ex of tax of close to 80 crores?
This is fair, but the key to that is scaling up on the transparent paper. Therefore, infusion, that will have a gestation period of anywhere between 18 months. So this full potential will get realized 18 months from the time this becomes debt-free. Then, and Futomura agreement is taken to the next level.
All right. So 18 months from now, maybe it's an FY27 story. If that is the case, then X of your cement business, which you like said will go out in December itself, what would be the top line of the company, and the bottom line you've given us a sense that could be around 75-80 crores?
So currently it is 300 crores. When it is 75-80 crores EBITDA generation or bottom line generation, the turnover should be in the vicinity of 550 to 600 crores.
Okay, let's talk then. So we have got an outlook about the company. Let's talk about the business now. And now we get some trends for the cement industry. What was the volume last quarter? If you could give us a sense about that. And also, how did prices change? Between Q1 in comparison to Q4, you have exposure to South as well as West India. And if you could tell us as well, how are prices today in comparison to the first quarter?
So in comparison to the first quarter, prices today are flat.
Okay.
And between fourth quarter and first quarter, prices were off by 200 rupees per metric ton. That's where we were. The prices were flat and the demand was not as usual as a first quarter would be. Of course, the attribution is due to election in the states we operate and across the India, it happened, of course. So we did a volume of including some sale of clinker, close to 1.6869 volume we did, million tons, as against 1.9 million ton. But however, we should have, we are maintaining we will do 8 million ton for the whole year.
By that time, it will be already in UltraTech's book. So, and the last year itself was quite difficult. Every quarter, you're revising it downwards. So, that's about the cement space. What about the EBITDA per ton? According to your calculations, what was it? I think in Q4, it was around 400 rupees.
It is close to, we include other income too, right? 487 is what our EBITDA per ton for the first quarter. Let's say close to 500.
And it compares with what in Q4? How much lower was it? Q1 versus Q4?
Q1 versus Q4, it was because the costs were better. 40 rupees we were better, in fact, EBITDA per ton.
Okay, so
the cost reduction was much better in Q1 compared to Q4.
So 450 has turned into closer to 500.
Yeah.
All right, take that point. Thank you so much for joining in. You had
just one more question, Mr. Radhakrishnan. Since we have you with us, a lot of buzz of consolidation. Now, normally we used to put that question to you and then you used to say, no, I don't think that anything is happening. But that ultimately did take place. Have you heard of any other assets folding up? I mean that there could be a few of them. Have you heard the same?
I've not. I too read from the papers, lot of buzz going around. Nothing more.
I'm sure you read from the papers and you read beyond that as well, because there is so much happening in the southern part of the country. Earlier itself, we saw the investment come into India Cements, and now what's happening here? What more?
See, cement is cyclical. Any industry where commodity consolidation happens, probably that's what is happening.
So more is likely to happen?
No, consolidation happens any industry, across industry, be it cement, steel, telecom. So,
you must be feeling good, Mr. Radhakrishnan. You must be feeling good. At least now you're not so much in the hot seat. The pressure is eased a little bit. Normally the fire was on you, but anyway, your asset is going to go out. I believe there's going to be some more consolidation. So let's see how that takes place in the next 6 to around 12 months. But we look forward to chatting up with you at the end of this quarter and getting an update from you as well.
All right. Thank you so much for joining in. With that, we'll give you a quick programming note before we slip into a short break. We have a big budget exclusive for you today at 3:30 p.m. The CNBC-TV18 CII Budget Town Hall. It's the entire top brass of the industry body will be in attendance. We will quiz them on their budget expectations. We'll have Sanjeev Puri, Sanjeev Bajaj, Sunil Kant Munjal, R. Mukundan, Chandrajit Banerjee, B. Tyagarajan, Shenu Agarwal, people like Vinod Agarwal, and many, many more who will be speaking exclusively at the town hall for 25 years. CNBC TV18 has been covering the budget, the union budget. So keep it with your budget destination for all the big budget newsmakers, exclusive news breaks, and a lot more. 3:30 p.m. today, the big budget town hall.